Hey, you guys, this is Sherry with Storytime from my bedroom. It is Wednesday, you guys. I was off today, so I slept in. I should have pre-recorded, but I didn't pre-record. So before we go ahead and get started, let's go ahead and have you subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. What now in 2022 is free? Y'all should be happy this here video is free for this good old entertainment. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And also you can click the bell for notifications so you'll be the first one to know when we drop a video, which is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And also give the video a thumbs up when you enjoy the video and leave comments down in the comment section. You guys, let's go ahead and talk about this place that I lived in, and I lived there with my parents or what have you. Y'all, the place was haunted. Woo! That's why I'm doing this in the morning, y'all. I ain't want to pre-record last night because I be scared. I see dead people. So you guys, we lived on Vine Street. And on the bottom level of Vine Street, well, we lived in this apartment building above this store. On the bottom of the inside of the store, you guys, it was a thrift store, and there was a lady that was in there. We'll call her Lois. So Miss Lois, and she had a husband, and she had a boy and a girl, and me and the girl were friends, and I was friends with the little boy too, and they were around. I don't know how old them kids was. Maybe they was like 10 and 9 or something like that. And we were around their age or what have you. So me, Tracy, and the two kids, we would play with one another. And when the store was actually open. And so my mom was friends with Miss Lois. So my mom would go downstairs to Miss Lois. Now, let me tell you about this thrift store. Y'all, it is not the thrift stores that you see today. The thrift stores today are wonderful. People rave about going to consignment shops, which ain't nothing but a thrift store. It's beautiful. I lived in Vegas. They had a thrift store. It was actually a Goodwill. It was immaculate. The clothes was halfway new. It was wonderful. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the thrift store back in 1979, 1980. Baby, where the clothes did not have to be washed before you donated them. They had holes in them. They was dusty. And if you went to a thrift store, people laughed at you for shopping at the thrift store. Now people have, they rave about going to the thrift store and getting a shirt for $2. That was not the case. This thrift store, first of all, it was like a haze in that thrift store. I don't know if the haze was from my glasses or if the place was just dusty. It was just dusty. And so the door was here, and over here she had two big windows that sat there. And honey, the little glasses that she had sitting in the window, like the cups you could drink out of, was dusty. The counter that was clear where she had like jewelry, and it wasn't even real jewelry, it's like a bunch of costume jewelry, was dusty. Honey, I'm surprised I have asthma sitting up in that place. So you go in, and when you open up the door, all this fog came out. Like that movie. What was a movie called The Fog, Salem's Lot? All this fog would come out. So, and she had stuff in that store that was packed to the rafters, honey. It was clothes everywhere. She had ball gown dresses, church dresses, suits, pants, clothes, stuff thrown over the top of a box, and it was heaps this tall. The clothes were taller than me, y'all. So my mom and her would sit up at the counter area. The lady, Lois, would sit behind the counter on a stool, and my mom would kind of sit off to the side. So her two kids were there. This was like in the summertime or something. So her two kids were there, and my mom like, go play or whatever. So I'm like, there's no room, honey. My mom wasn't a person where you can be in a grown person's conversation, but there's no room for movability. And it darn sure wasn't wheelchair accessible, honey. So I'm like, we can't play because there's too much stuff. So we would go and try to play. Now, mind you, this is running. You ain't just running. You got to push through the dirty clothes like this and turn this way to get through. We pushing clothes. They flying back in our face. I'm coming out with soot on me and dust and probably bed bugs. Running through them dusty clothes. And so we would play hide and seek. And honey, you didn't want to hide too much because they'd be seeking you out because they ain't seen you in about 2 or 3 days. Ain't no, I was actually lightweight, you know, I'm out lightweight scared, y'all, to be in that daggone place because it was too many clothes. And she had mannequins in there. I don't know what these mannequins were showcasing. Normally, if you got a mannequin, it's in the front window. These mannequins was in the back. They had about 3-4 coats on. One of the mannequins ain't had no arms. Y'all, I had a flashback of Miss Pat. That one was just sitting there, her arm cut off. She was like this. And I swear she looked at me. She turned her head, y'all. I was like, this place. So I wouldn't run all the way to the back. So if her son would run all the way to the back, bruh, you on your own. Game over. Done. Game over. I was to go back so far because you go all the way back. She had mannequins back there, and I was kind of scared of the mannequin, especially with the one with no arm, because you know I was still traumatized just a little bit by Miss Pat. So I run back to the front. My mom and her were good friends. They would stay down there for hours. And so Lois, her husband, worked, so he was always gone. Sometimes my mom be down there for the morning. They'd be sitting up there just chitty-chatting, talking. And then he would come back in the evening time, and then they would go ahead and close the store up, y'all. So we lived right above it. So there was like this little long hallway that you had to go through that was on the outside. Then you go all the way up the steps, and then there was our apartment. Hold on, y'all. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Here we go with this foolishness with my throat. I'm going to give me a new throat, y'all. Who's selling throats on here? Put it down. Because I'm so tired of coughing. I need a new throat, honey. It's probably that dust from Miss Laura's shop that messed around and gave me respiratory issues, y'all. So we would go on, and when he would come, we would go ahead and leave. My mom would speak to him. We would go ahead and leave, and then they close up the store. So right above there, like how my bedroom was going to the kitchen, was like right above this shop. And my mom and them room, like, I don't know how to explain it. Our apartment was wider than the shop. So at some point where the hallway part was where the shop cut off. So my bedroom was right above where the shop was, going all the way back shotgun to the kitchen area. So my mom and them was off like another wing or what have you. Not like we was rich, but another area. Y'all, I started hearing bumping and scratching. I said, Lord, there's a ghost down there with some acrylic fingernails. Jesus. I said, what in the world? And I would hear this at nighttime. And so I would be up looking around, and it was all night long, y'all. I'm going to scratch on this thing so y'all can hear it. It was like this. All night long. I said, oh my God. The ghost got acrylic nails, and he gonna scratch my neck and try to kill me. I would get up, run in my mom and them room, jump in the bed with them. And they be like, what you doing in here? I heard something. You ain't heard nothing. I heard something. She ain't gone back in your room. I go back in there, y'all. I said, Lord, the thing gonna kill me, y'all. So I'm sleeping in the bed like this. Bring it on, baby. Because we gon' fight. All my life, I had to fight, y'all. I can't even get no rest. So I'm getting up, y'all, early in the morning trying to go to school, drinking coffee like this. Because I ain't done got no rest. Because the ghost downstairs in the daggone, in the thrift shop. So my mama decided to go back downstairs again. She did it every day because my mom didn't work. I don't think my mom was sick right then. I don't think she was sickly yet, but she didn't work. My dad, he worked like 2 jobs or whatever. So she was at a home mom or whatever. So my mom would go downstairs and she would take me like with her. I don't think I was in school. No, I take that back. It was a summertime. So that's why we wasn't in school. So we go on downstairs, and by this time, I don't want to play. So the little girl, little boy, they want to, come on, let's run. Y'all got ghostesses in here. Y'all got ghosts. Anything I seen there was a white sheet in there. It looked like a whole entire ghost. So I'm standing up there with my mom and them. And I mean, baby, let me tell you something. Them old folks can talk for hours. I wasn't having no fun. I was stuck to my mama the whole time. I'm looking like, can we go home? We not going to have no lunch. Is we going to go upstairs and get it? She didn't go upstairs to get no lunch. The woman, Lois, would have like a little, she had like a little microwave refrigerator in the back. So she'd make us little sandwiches. I'm like, oh my God, we never gonna leave the haunted thrift store, honey. You put the daggone outfit on it. Boo, your shirt. Boo, girl. I'm ready to go home because this place is haunted. So remind you, my mom and them, remember I told you they were Jehovah's Witnesses at this time. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Prior to that, my mom used to be in a apostolic church. So that's where they speak in tongues and they believe in spirits and honey, they cast out demons and all that different stuff. You know, the people that speak in tongues and carrying out. So my mom was holiness apostolic for a while, grew up like that, and then when she married my dad, she converted over to being a Jehovah's Witness. So the next night we go upstairs, I'm in my bed. Here come the ghost with the fingernails. And I'm like, oh my God. I run in my mama room again because I keep hearing it forever. Now, how Tracy slept through it, I don't know. She got long fingernails anyway. She probably messed around. She was her scratching down there because I don't even remember seeing her little funky tail anyways, y'all. So I ran in my mama room. I said, Mama, it's a ghost. She was like, what? So she done sat up now. She done put her glasses on. Ain't no worse than somebody nervous trying to put the glass. She was like, what? I said, it's a ghost in there. She was like, Sherry, ain't no ghost. I said, yes, it is. I said, it's scratching and it's knocking. She was like, I said, it's coming from downstairs. I was so serious. I said, it's coming from downstairs. It's a ghost. So I was like, come in there with me, please. It's a ghost. So she gets up, comes in there. She perked up by this time. I said, it's a ghost. So she was like, all right, let me just pray for you. So she started praying. I'm like, all right, then we're going to pray the ghost away. And by this time, I got to know Jesus. I didn't know who he was. White Jesus, black Jesus, green Jesus. I said, oh, Jesus, don't let the ghost with your fingernails maul me up. I don't want no scratches all on my neck, Lord. I'm praying with her. I didn't hear it no more. So I'm like, okay. Now I know it was a ghost. She take her tail back down to the thrift store. My mama need to get some business. She needed a hobby. She needed to go to work because she was putting overtime in that woman daggone store. And one thing about that thrift store, I never seen nobody come in there. But I used to hear my mama talk about Lois. She used to say, Lois ain't gonna sell. I think she was on the phone with her friend Iris. Lois ain't gonna sell none of that stuff down there. She too high priced for that little bit of stuff. I said, ooh, the shade of it all, honey. She was telling the truth because everybody, like, if people would come in there, I don't remember, like, people really coming in there, but maybe a few folks, her stuff was overpriced and the people would be like, okay, then, and, and they would turn around and walk out. I never seen this woman make a purchase. Nobody make a purchase from her. So the next night, I run back in there again with my parents. I said, it's a daggone ghost. So the next day when my mama decided to go down there, she got to talking to Lois about some things or whatever. And then she was like, my daughter think it's a ghost down here because we hear a lot of scratching and bumping at night. She said, at first I thought Sherry was just playing or, just a kid's imagination. She said, but we hear a lot of bumping and scratching at nighttime that we don't hear in the morning time at your store. What's going on with you? So I guess at this time my mom kind of want to probe because in a light way she believes in spirits and witches and things like that. So she kind of find it like she knew Lois, but she didn't really know what Lois was into per se, because they just was having good old girlfriend conversation, but not getting into anything deep that I could really remember. Child, the woman Lord said, girl, that ain't nothing but them rats. I've been trying to get rid of them things forever. Yeah! It's rats in the daggone walls, y'all. They must have been up there for a long time and ain't getting no pedicures and manicures because they nails it was long as heck. Y'all, the scratching was the daggone rats running in between her wall and her roof, which is our floor, and then the knocking because it was multiples. I said, oh my God. And you down here selling clothes, honey? Them rats probably was fashionable, honey. They probably was putting on outfits, little suits, little hats cocked to the side. They probably had some necklaces and pearls on. Y'all, the place was rat infested. Rat infested. Girl, get these clothes up out of here. And I heard my mama talking to somebody. Ooh, Inez was a little on the shady side. Heard her talking. Girl, I ain't buying nothing from down there. She wasn't buying nothing, no, I was saying. But she really, like, if I come up on some money, I ain't shopping with. She said, I ain't buying nothing from down there. She got a whole lot of rats in there. I said, and after that, I really don't remember my mama going back down there no more. Or if she did go down there, you kind of watching your feet. Make sure one of those suckers don't scurry across your feet. So because we was down there making noise and activities, they was resting or whatever. But at nighttime, when wasn't nobody there, honey, they was up running and having a good old time up in that store, y'all. That was the Haunted Thrift Store. You guys, thanks for tuning in, listening to my haunted story, y'all. But I thought that thing had nails and was gonna get me. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, you guys. I appreciate all the support and what have you. Go ahead and click the bells for notification and give the video a thumbs up. And I will see you again with another video on this coming Friday. Take care and have a great day. Peace.